At Wadata Market in Niger's capital Niamey, a sack of rice, a staple, is now out of reach for many in the country. It's part of a general trend in the Sahelian country in recent times as families battle to put food on the table in a period of much uncertainty and insecurity. Trade unions put the rising food costs down to the junta-led government's decision to close the border with neighboring Benin. Officials claim the country is harboring training camps for militants, which will threaten Niger's security, an accusation Porto Novo denies. However, the problem here is that Niger is a landlocked country and relied on Benin for the bulk of its foreign trade. The deadlock has forced many businesses to come up with an alternate solution, but none of these are cheap.
We transport the cargo from Ghana, then stay in Kaya in Burkina Faso. There we wait for military escorts to Dori in Burkina Faso, where new escorts take over until Terra in Niger. From there begins the hardships till Niamey.
Though not ideal, some merchandise even crosses the wide Niger River that separates the two countries.
We face real difficulties to transport goods from Benin to Gaya in Niger on board boats. We spend a lot of money. The closure of the border really creates difficulties. The closure is responsible for the high prices of products.
Many consumers say with the same amount of money, today the basket is half empty. It means a whole new lifestyle for many.
If you can afford lunch, you save a portion for dinner, but it's no longer a question of preparing 2 hearty meals a day.
It's adaptation. This is what resilience is, adapting to the situation. I know a lot of people who did not eat cornmeal, but they adapted, they understood. You have to go back to local products. Many well-placed officials have turned to local products.
Niger's military rulers have, among other measures, banned the export of cereals, notably to neighboring Nigeria, to prevent more shortages. Yet despite the difficult situation Niger finds itself in, the World Bank, which has resumed aid to the country, forecasts GDP growth of about 6.5% on average in 2025 to 2026, but only if inflation is tamed. For many here, they believe the reopening of the border would go a long way to achieving that. Joy Kiruki Juma, CGTN.